Not yet. You're jumping the gun down there. We're talking to Dan and.
Motion like this.
Well, I'm sorry. I was just letting you know that we're going to be going on the air. Dan Sullivan, Colin Sullivan. I thought we'd have all four of you here. We had Johnny and little Colin in just as you guys were getting ready to open up Sullys Sports. So how they doing?
They're doing good. And Sullys Sports, yeah, it's. You said you stopped out there.
Yes.
They're doing really well. Yeah.
It's nice. I like it. It's roomy, very attractive out there. How's Aiden doing?
Aiden's great. I mean, everyone loves. We get a lot of compliments on Aiden, the way he deals with people, and so he's running that store, and he's got a little team there with him that are awesome kids.
So what are your hours there? We need you to talk up just a little bit, Dan.
Okay.
Project there a little bit more,
what
buddy.
What are the hours there, Colin? Do you know? I think they're open until 7 every night.
Okay,
7
10
days
a.m.?
a week. Yeah, 10 to 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
And every day they're open every day.
Do you guys get in there at all?
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
Been a few.
I've only been there maybe a handful of times. Just
So
busy.
how is it a $5 million project? I think that was the figure I've heard.
Yeah, it's getting to where it's more than we've.
Trying to stay in budget, are we?
Yeah. It is 5, yeah.
So how's things progressing right now? What do we all need to look forward to yet?
Well, as far as the building goes, I think Little Colin wants to get the sales team and the creative team out there mid-month next month already, so that space is ready. And then Colin, I think next week he's got technicians coming to start working on the new equipment for production. So from there, I'm not sure what the timeline's going to be, but it could stretch out a little while.
So you still have the location at the foot of the South Bridge. How long are you going to be staying in there yet, Colin?
So like he said, all the office staff, hopefully mid-month, and we'll open out there office-wise. Production-wise, we have a bunch of new equipment sitting out there. So the equipment techs are coming Monday to start setting that up. What we'd like to do is get a line operational out there, production-wise, get that rolling, and then start to tear down at our current location and start that moving process. It sounds good, like it'll hopefully it works, but it's probably tougher than it sounds, but that's kind of the plan.
Do you oversee all of the production, Colin? Is that pretty much your thing?
Yeah, I've kind of bounced around probably every department, but right now, mainly overseeing production, a little bit of graphics and that type of thing. So, yeah.
We were talking before we went on air what your dad would think of all of this. So your thoughts on what Terry Sullivan might say to you right now?
I said he could go, he might be proud. At the same time, he might think we're nuts. Probably a little bit of both, I would say. Don't you think?
He might say go for it.
Yeah.
He might say that.
He was like that. He was kind of a go for it type of guy. So.
Yeah, how did he go for it? I mean, how did this all come about? Because it's been, 50 years?
50, well, this is...
51?
50, I think we're in our 52nd year.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think I was in 7th grade, but there was right where Sweetheart Bakery is right now, there was a shop called Adcraft. It was run by Bob Proust, and it basically was a sign shop. And I think he did hand-painted signs. And while Dad worked at the Clinton Herald, he and Mom, bought that shop and ended up, trying to convert it into more of a T-shirt. Back when, in '74, the technology for T-shirt printing was pretty in the infantile stages. So there wasn't that great a quality of inks and things like that. So it was we've grown along with the industry basically. So.
Talk a little bit about that growth of how things have just progressed to where it is today, Colin.
Yeah, kind of the timeline on that was when you got involved, we moved to Fifth Avenue and opened up Sullys Sports. Mm-hmm. That'd be early or mid '80s maybe, somewhere around there, early '80s. And then we moved. We had gotten a new, just a small little manual press at that time. That was upstairs. My dad would work at the Herald during the day, then come print shirts at night upstairs. Well, we had the retail. And then from there, early 90s, we decided, hey, well, actually, we came up with some T-shirt lines that were selling nationwide that required more than just hand printing shirts. So we looked into automatic equipment, needed a larger space, and we rented out a quarter of the building we're in now, got automatic equipment, and kind of started rolling more toward the production side of things, and basically got out of retail at that point.
Yeah, when we moved over there, it was just me, Colin, my mom did the books, and I think you had one employee, one printer, so it was
Yeah, and then
four
Todd
of us.
Steffens
Yeah.
was our
and
artist.
then
We
an
had.
artist.
Yeah.
And so I would hit the road every day and try to get some. Back when you had to actually be in front of people to make the sales, but
Yeah.
and it grew from there.
I remember Dan would hit the road, and I had a cordless telephone hooked to my pants to answer incoming calls because we're trying to print shirts at the same time, and yeah, the good old days.
So who were you all calling on? I mean, was it schools, coaches?
It was, yeah, schools. If there's I remember Davenport West. Remember the big when they went to state, whenever
State
that
basketball.
was. I went and I knew that they were gonna go to state, so I went and talked to the coach, and
Would have been Dave Wessels?
I think it was.
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And so that was kind of a bigger job that we got, and just all over. We bought Temple Sporting Goods in 2014.
Yeah.
But back in the day, I would stop at Temple Sporting Goods every day that I was in the Quad Cities to see how things are going, because I knew that they did apparel and they outsourced it all to another, competitor. And so eventually one day they called me and they said, "Hey, so-and-so is not going to be able to get our shirts done. Can you do them?" I said, "Yeah." So from then on, we were their partner. And we eventually ended up buying them. But yeah, that's.
You know what else was going on at that time too was 3-on-3 tournaments were huge.
Oh, yeah.
Remember 3-on-3
Yes.
basketball, and we had like a Gus Macker accounts, 10, 20,000 shirts at a time. Those
Yeah.
big runs. So we hooked up with some accounts like that kept our press running at that time. And
So while all this was going on, you had to update your equipment and how you did these things and how you were putting out this number.
correct.
I mean, talk
Yeah.
about that.
It was a learning process. We messed up a lot of shirts at the time, and actually when we got into automatic printing, that was kind of fairly new as well. We still have our first automatic in our basement, and I'm told it might be one of the first 50 made by this company. So it was fairly new. So we were kind of learning on the fly as well. Made a lot of mistakes, but learned a ton from the mistakes. And then just kind of kept adding equipment. One thing we always like to do is if something new comes out that is going to increase speed and quality, we will make the investment on it. And that's kind of what we did over the years.
So, I mean, did you have salesmen who called on you with this equipment to show you what they had to offer?
Yeah, yep. So they would kind of keep me updated on any new technologies, plus trade magazines, and we would go to some trade shows as well where, they display their new equipment, new technologies, and kind of just go from there.
Going to take a break for the weather. More with the Sullivans here on Men's Day. At Addington Place of Clinton, they believe senior living should feel like home, safe, comfortable, and full of life. Whether you're exploring assisted living or their all-inclusive memory care, they offer personalized support, engaging daily activities, chef-prepared meals, and a caring team available 24/7. Backed by the trusted leadership of Arvum Senior Living, they provide stability, experience, and a true sense of community right here in Clinton. Call 563-219-7237 or visit AddingtonPlaceOfClinton.com to schedule a tour. Addington Place of Clinton, where comfort, care, and connection come together.
We know the last thing anyone has time for is car trouble. For fast and friendly service, trust the experts at Classic Body Works. With our 24-hour towing service and full collision repair, your vehicle will be fixed professionally and back on the road in no time. Remember, it's your decision where you get your vehicle repaired, so don't let your insurance company steer you wrong. Make the right choice and choose Classic Body Works. Nobody notices our work, and that's the way it should be.
It's time now on KROS for the Storm Track 8 weather forecast brought to you by Frary Lumber.
Happy Friday. We are still going to be cold today with highs only in the teens, but we will be quiet. There is going to be building clouds with a little bit of a breeze with gusts as high as 25 miles per hour as we head into the afternoon. Still in store for a cold night, but we'll start to see warming temperatures into the weekend. Highs go to the 20s for Saturday. I'm Storm Track 8 meteorologist Morgan Strackbine.
Currently, we have overcast skies and a temperature of 9 degrees. Winds are out of the north at 10 miles per hour. This weather report on KROS has been brought to you by Frary Lumber.
Let your new kitchen or bath tell a story and be an inspiration for years to come with craft-made cabinets from Frary Lumber in Fulton. Craft-made cabinetry offers a multitude of customizable options for your project. Create your dream kitchen or bath today with the help of craft-made cabinets. Stop by Frary Lumber at 912 2nd Street in Fulton and make your dream kitchen or bath a reality.
Oh, sorry about the cough. This is your gas furnace down here in the basement, and when you fail to change my filter, it makes it hard for me to blow hot air into your home. The heating specialist at Air Control Inc. in Clinton, Iowa also said that replacing your filter decreases the amount of energy I need to use trying to keep your family warm. You should also consider having me serviced at least once a year. I don't want to think about what would happen if I stopped working. Call Air Control Inc. today to schedule an appointment. 563-243-7228 or visit ACIfabricators.com.
Wednesday, mid-morning, we've got the Sullivans in, of course, from Sully's Sports. You got your cap on there.
Yeah.
How's it going for Sully's Sports so far?
I think it's going well. Boys did a nice job with the space there, and it's still a work in progress. You know, we have more inventory to add out there, but you know, we were looking to get open before Christmas, and they did. They hustled through it, and kind of a work in progress, but it looks really nice out there.
I see one of your notes is Hawkadelic.
Yeah, they moved Hawkadelic onto the Sully Sports platform so that we could offer it inside of a brick and mortar store other than Shields. Shields is probably the biggest retailer of our Hawkadelic line right now, but now people can get it right through Sully's Sports as well. It's a kind of a higher quality apparel line of Hawkeye merchandise.
Okay, I've got a grandson at Iowa State. Are you guys going to get some Iowa State stuff in there or what?
Probably. We get that quite a bit. Yeah, there's the boys, they're going to add quite a bit of stuff out there, and I think Iowa State is one of the requests they've been getting. So.
And of course, we're right here on the river, so you got the Fighting Illini. And
I don't know about that.
oh, come on now, you got
That's
Shauna.
a tough one.
We got Shauna, the head coach of the
that's
women's
true.
program.
Yeah, we have a Clintonian.
Do that.
Yeah, that's true. We might have to add a couple pieces.
Yeah, there you go. We just had Dave Nelson, and of course his nephew is Brian Peterson.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys both know Brian pretty well.
Yeah.
So we were talking about the money now involved in college sports. Talk a little bit about that. I mean, what do you think about this?
Oh man, I feel like they need to get control of it. I think it's out of control. NIL, transfer portal. I feel like it's kind of ruining college sports a little bit. And I actually was talking to these guys out here. Our niece in North Carolina goes to school with one of the top quarterbacks in the country. His parents sued the state to get NIL money for a high schooler, and he got a few $1 million in high school now.
That is good.
So
Coach Johnny was such an outstanding quarterback. Just think of the money that he could have made. Of course,
Well,
I know
yeah.
they probably didn't pay like that at Grandview.
Well,
though.
but back then, when he first went to UNI, the NCAA rules were still, if you transferred, you had to sit out a year. That was still the rule, and now it's,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can just leave and go to the next school. You can go to 4 or 5 schools during your career. So, well, look at the Miami quarterback who was in the national championship. I mean, he had.
Well, I think some athlete who was at Duke is able to go to Miami now.
Yeah.
And that became through the legal system to do that.
Yeah, it's just gone. And I think it's hurting scholarships for high school kids, I believe, too. I
Yeah.
think they're holding money back and waiting to see who they can get from, the transfer portal, from my understanding anyway. And so the scholarship money for high schoolers that's kind of starting to go away a little bit.
And Dave Nelson, when he was in, said this, and I had not heard of this. He said that your 2 years at junior college doesn't count towards your 4 years. I mean, you can
Yeah.
play 2 years at junior college, and then you can play
yeah.
4 years
Yeah,
at a major college.
I had just heard that.
Plus,
I
you
didn't
can
know
add
that.
a red shirt onto there.
I was gonna, you got guys in their mid-20s
Yeah.
that are going to be
Yeah.
playing. I mean, these are going to be men, especially, at the higher level, the Division I athletes, basketball, football, and things along those lines. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's get back to Adcraft Printwear. So how much further do you see you guys going with this business? My goodness. I mean, the growth that you have had is incredible.
Yeah, hopefully we keep growing. We've got the new facility. We're adding equipment. The new equipment out there will allow us to produce, I'd say, another 600 garments an hour. Help us get through another 100 screens an hour. That's kind of technical stuff, but we're adding sales staff all the time. And,
Yeah, we'll be able to take care of not only more of our national accounts, but just locally as well. I mean, we'll be able to. Some of these national accounts that we have are allowing us to maybe kind of tweak our pricing a little bit for our, we call it our backyard pricing for our local community and the small businesses and schools around here. So
National accounts.
Yeah.
So back in the day
Yeah.
when you were driving the car around, did you ever imagine you'd have national accounts?
Well, I don't know. You always think about that, and how to approach it, but we do now, and we're always kind of tweaking our system so that we can better take care of. The whole idea is everyone, especially at these companies, they're wearing a lot of hats now, and so if you can be a one-stop shop and take a lot off their plate, and they can be comfortable with you taking care of, say, their uniform program for their company. That's big to them because they have other things to worry about.
So it'll be great when everything is in that one location, production, sales, office teams. Now, are you going to be getting some other retail opportunities in there? Because I know you would like maybe, I don't know, a coffee shop or a food place or something like that.
Yeah, we do. We have 2 spaces available, but we're kind of holding out for a certain type that we want out there. And
because I would think
we'll
that would
see.
help promote a little more traffic out that way,
Yeah.
especially for Sully Sports.
Right. Yeah, we've kind of been a little picky about those 2 spots, and there is some interest, here and there. But that was kind of the whole goal too of building out there is the hopes that activity will breed more activity. And then get a couple food shops in there, and then just keep going from there because there's a lot of space out in that area out there.
Yeah, it's a great area, no doubt, close to home too.
Yeah, Johnny and Aiden wanted me to make sure I mentioned. I don't know how much time you have left, but
Yeah.
One of the cool things about Sully Sports that they came up with is they're calling it. It's a membership club, but it's a T-shirt of the month club. And after looking into it, what they've done is they've produced a really cool looking one of a kind T-shirt that only members get in the mail once a month. I saw it. I didn't get one from last month, and I saw this next month's one coming up. But so these customers sign up for this club, they get a T-shirt in the mail plus 10% off anything in the store or online. Which I think 10%, but there was a guy 2 weeks ago who was in there buying a softball bat for his daughter, and these are $499 bat. So he's right away he saved $50 on this bat. But what they wanted me to point out was, let's see, tomorrow is the last day to get on to the February, and I saw the shirt that they're coming out with for February. It's pretty cool. So go to sullysports.com and sign up.
All right. You guys want to get that song in real quick? That'd be all right?
Sure.
We got a couple minutes. It's Penny Lane.
Oh yeah.
Club for Sully Sports, because I think this is something people should really take advantage of, Dan.
Yeah. I mean, they and like I told you before, there's 3 tiers, and I'm not sure what the price of the 3rd tier is, but the middle tier is the one where you get a shirt every month, and then you get 10% off anything forever in the store. And I saw the shirt that they're doing for February. It's pretty cool. I mention anything about it, and I don't get one unless I sign up. But
Just to
You would
reiterate,
think you would get one. Come on.
I'm gonna have to sign up.
Yeah,
That's
well,
what John-
come
those
on.
guys, they hold us to the fire here.
Oh, yeah.
I guess so.
But just to reiterate, once that shirt is ran, the screens are destroyed. That's it. Never be produced again. So it's a one of a kind
Yeah.
run, really.
Who did
it's
the
a high
design?
end.
Did you do the design?
I didn't do this one. I think maybe Ethan.
bet you Ethan did. It looks
might
like
have
one
done
of
this
his.
one.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. So.
To me, that would be such an interesting aspect of what you do is coming up with the designs.
Yeah, that is a fun part. If you have the time to put into it. I used to do quite a bit of the design work. I've kind of moved away from that. They only use me when they need me. But it is definitely interesting. Fun part of the job.
So, 2026, how big of a year is it going to be for you guys out there in that new location?
Well, hopefully big. I mean, we need it to be big. We've got a nice space now for our customer-facing sales team to work in, and hopefully it inspires them to get their reach outs going and take good care of the clients. And that's all that matters. Then we should be able to grow more.
And you know what is great is that here you are, some Clintonians. You're staying in Clinton, and you're trying to make the community prosper. Talk about that just real quick.
Well, we've always appreciated the support from the community and surrounding communities, and we wanted to stay here. And like I said, the area out there, we kind of hope the activity that we've brought to that area breeds more activity out in that area. And now we appreciate the support from the town here.
All right. Hey, thank you both for coming in. Really appreciate it. It is 10 o'clock. You're in tune to KROS Clinton, Iowa. Time for news.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Peter King. Journalist Don Lemon has been arrested in Los Angeles nearly 2 weeks after he entered a church in Minneapolis to cover protesters angry about the immigration crackdown there. His arrest was ordered and announced by Attorney General Pam Bondi. Here's correspondent Lilia Luciano.
First, a court here in Minnesota had refused to charge him. A judge did not, sign an order for his arrest. Then it was taken to an appellate court, and the appellate court also rejected. And now we know that a grand jury was paneled, presented, I presume, evidence for probable cause, and that led to his arrest.
Lemon